right, welcome back, everyone, to the Deep Dive. We're tackling a really intriguing case from Indonesia today.
Oh, yeah.
Straight from the Indonesian tax court, the Pengadilan Pajak.
Always a good time.
Yeah, this time it's PT Akasa Nagavipaka. They appealed the decision and won against the Director General of Taxes.
This one's got layers.
It does, it does. We're working from the court's own ruling on this one. Let's see, PUT-D 0083.992024 ppm, XVI Tahun 2025. Bit of a mouthful.
Sure is.
But what we really want to dig into today is how a company's legal structure, the nitty-gritty of how it's set up, can cause some serious tax headaches.
You'd think that'd be straightforward, right?
You would, and yet here we are.
Well, right off the bat, you see the problem. PT Akasa Nagavipaka, they registered as a Perseroan Perorangan. That's a single-person limited liability company for anyone not up on their Indonesian business terms.
Handy to know.
But the tax folks, they had them down as a Perseroan Terbatas, your regular limited liability company.
And that right there is where the whole thing went sideways.
Yeah. Big time. So we've got PT Akasa Nagavipaka, represented by Feng Xiaoan, going up against the Director General of Taxes.
David versus Goliath kind of vibes.
Well, they're challenging the rejection of their tax certificate application. This is all under government regulation number 55 of 2022, by the way.
Of course. Gotta have the regulations.
Right. And the rejection came down in letter S218KPP.0605-2024, February last year. So why was PT Akasa Nagavipaka so convinced the tax office had messed up? It boils down to their registration. They had their certificate, no more AHU-10670-001.30, Tahun 2022.
From the AHU, right?
Exactly. The Directorate General of Legal Administration, they handle the registry, and it clearly states Perseroan Perorangan.
Case closed, right?
Not so fast. This wasn't just semantics. Government Regulation 55 of 2022, the one we mentioned before, it gives a 4-year validity for tax certificates to Perseroan Perorangan.
Oh, so there's a tangible difference?
A whole year. Perseroan to Bratas, they only get 3 years.
Ah, so that's why they were appealing. A year's a year.
You got it. Now, what did the Director General of Taxes say for themselves? At first, they claimed their rejection letter was just informational, not something you can legally challenge.
Interesting tactic.
Plus, they said their Perseroan Terbatas classification came from their internal records, way back from the company's initial online registration. DJP Online, their system.
But surely the company had more to prove their case than just saying, but we're registered this way.
Oh, they came prepared. Besides that official AHU certificate, they had screenshots from the AHU online system showing their status plain as day, even email confirmations of their Perseroan Perorangan registration.
So how'd the tax court handle all that?
They took PT Akasa Nagavipaka's side, big time. First off, they said that rejection letter was a decision and it could be appealed.
1 point for the little guy.
Then they really scrutinized the evidence. They even double-checked on the Ministry of Law and Human Rights website, ptp.ahu.go.id profile, just to be sure. And guess what they found?
I'm on the edge of my seat.
The tax authority's DJP online system, it had a glitch. It wasn't set up to properly recognize Perseroan and Perorangan. It's a newer business type, see?
So a technical error caused this whole mess.
A costly one, too. Shows you how crucial it is to keep those systems updated, right? New laws, new business types, the systems have to keep up.
Otherwise, it's chaos for businesses.
Precisely. Now, the tax court, they didn't just decide this out of thin air. They based their ruling on a bunch of laws and regulations.
Always got to have that legal grounding.
Right. So we've got Law number 6 of 1983. That's General Provisions and Tax Procedures. Law number 14 of 2002 about the tax court itself. Government Regulation 55 of 2022. That's the one about the tax certificates. And even Minister of Finance Regulation number 164 of 2023, which gets into the procedures for all this.
So they did their homework.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the end result. PT Akasa Nagavipaka won their appeal. The Director General of Taxes decision, no more S218KPP.0605-2024, it was thrown out.
So what's the lesson here for our listeners? It's that even something as basic as your company's legal type can have massive tax consequences.
It's wild, right? This case exposes how those administrative systems, even government ones, can have hiccups, especially when new ways of doing business pop up.
And let's not forget the tax court, stepping in to sort it all out.
They're the unsung heroes sometimes. But what's really got me thinking is this. How well do our bureaucracies adapt? Laws change, businesses change, and those systems, they got to keep up. Or else.
Or else we get more cases like this one. Lots to ponder there. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
Anytime.
We'll see you next time.
See ya then.
Bye.